I'm sorry. Uh, man, we about to get it in, man. Uh, y'all see the title to the live? You already know. Donald Trump and Kid Rock are guilty. Hey, bruh, we ain't got no pics around here at the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine. And, we just got to call a spade when it comes to it. And when it comes to this, we got to call a spade a spade. So we about to get into it. I'm about to, you already know how I'm about to do. I'm about to play that intro, roll that beautiful beam footage, play that intro, and then we gonna get into the receipts because I ain't about to talk about it too much. I'm about to get into the receipts so that I can talk about it, right? So let me find my let's pay these bills. Let's get it, y'all.
Do you own your own business? Are you a 9-to-5 worker? Are you an exotic dancer? Do you hustle or gamble? Money magic, luck magic, protection from all police, win court cases, get released from jail, protection from all harm, violence, and so much more. Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, the church where magic lives. Get your wishes granted today. Visit www.chakradoctor.xyz or call 943-2267-019. 3-day superfood oil and tea intracellular detox fast, your rapid wellness upgrade. Power your body with nutrient-dense superfood oil and 3 large superfood tea packs. Each tea pack makes a gallon of tea. Hydrate, detox, rejuvenate, follow the recommended diet, reboot your system, feel lighter, clearer, and fully recharged in 3 days. Simple protocol, powerful results. Start your transformation today. Activate all 29 chakras. Full chakra activation. Feeling sensations include electricity, magnetism, coolness, warmth, tingles, goosebumps, euphoria, peace, joy. Available in person or by phone. FCA Yoga expands your awareness, deepens energy flow, activate higher vibration. Each session increases alignment, clarity, and energetic response. All chakras activate. 3-day reset at the Chakra Doctor Clinic, in-person healing experience for 3 days. Services include room and board, all free products, free services, a total reset, mind, body, soul, restore balance, increase vitality, support energetic alignment, receive new health guidance, integrate optimized habits. Ready for activation? Book your 3-day reset. Chakra Doctor Hypnotherapy, a powerful reality-changing experience. Recalibrate your mind, align with your highest timeline, manifest wealth, prosperity, experience vibrant health, vitality, elevate love, success, relationships, protection. Receive mental clarity, activate genius upgrades, break the matrix, shift timelines, subconscious technology engaged, highest timeline detected, step into alignment. MK Ultra self-mind control programming and mentorship, advanced training, experience, ultimate, self-mastery, self-mind control initiated, control of body beyond thought, mental command upgrade, cognitive leadership enabled, magical perception activated. Reshape laser focus directive now. Reality is now influenced. Program access limited. Eligibility verification required. Selection process active. Church authorization necessary. Discipline highest level. Submit application. Chakra Doctor's Money Algorithms, a powerful library of financial activation. Reprogram prosperity mindset. Abundance frequency confirmed. Money algorithm sequence initiated now. Structured wealth frequencies intentionally affirmed. Precision crafted. Prosperity systems. Increased income. Automated. Passive income expanding into higher levels of success. Shift into your next financial reality. Your next wealthiest timeline starts now. Chakra Doctor's Love, Sex, and Relationships Algorithms. Love sequence engaged. Magnetism increased. Intimacy expanded. Connection synchronized. Structured attraction frequencies activated. Intentional affirmations sequenced automated. Relational systems engaged. Allure amplified. Chemistry intensified. Emotional bonds expanded. Sensual connection enhanced. Love, sex, and relationships. Algorithms active. Aligned romantic reality detected. Access granted. Proceed with correct code. The Black Cube Codex. Saturn exposed. Sovereignty restored. Saturnian structures detected. 25 control systems identified. Money, work, marriage, law, mortality, time constructs, religious frameworks, karmic cycles, digital architecture, perception, influence revealed, reality patterns, decoded, decode reality parameters, prison structures identified, matrix systems exposed, black, cube, codex, interface active, sovereignty, restoration, in progress, exit, confirmed. Positive light codes and powerful sigils, reprogram your thoughts, elevate your inner world. Sigils to elevate thinking, ignite clarity, strengthened confidence, activate positivity. Think positive, act positive, receive positive results. Demand mental recalibration, redirect focus, strengthen mindset, reinforce empowering thought patterns, intentional mind alignment, activated. Affirmation Bible, positive affirmations, angel numbers, angel healing. Practice powerful affirmations, strengthen mindset, enjoy self-improvement, receive mental clarity, emotional balance, elevated well-being. Replace your thoughts with 200 positive affirmations. Play the game, shift your mind, elevate your reality. Chakra Doctors, tarot readings, select service, tarot reading, natal chart reading, guidance delivered, clarity activated, unique decks activated, refined techniques applied, answers delivered, insight expanded, source guidance detected, natal chart analysis engaged, identity patterns detected, purpose mapping initiated, planetary placements processed, strengths revealed, behavioral patterns identified, path alignment calculated, detailed, intentional, personal, tarot or natal chart guidance confirmed.
Y'all already know we in the building. Y'all already know we in the building. Oh man, I forgot to cut on my screen, bro. I forgot to cut on my screen. Hold on, man. I forgot to cut on the screen. You dig? Hold on. Do I got my live material? Do I got it in my live material? I don't even have it in my live materials. But I'm about to get it right now and add it to the live materials so that we can see a few things. I really don't need to do it. Y'all see the thumbnail, man. Y'all see the thumbnail. But here you go right here. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it on GP. Let me add this to it, old girl. Cause the Osbournes out here tripping. The Osbournes are out here tripping. Donald Trump and Kid Rock is guilty. Listen, I ain't got no picks, man. If I see the footage and the footage is suspect, then you are guilty until proven innocent. And like I told you before, certain things you're just plain old guilty. Ain't no innocence in it. So, Mr. With all due respect, I'm not gonna say that Donald Trump. I'm not gonna say that Donald Trump is a pedophile. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm going to say at the least, he is a sexual, P word, ER, the PER word. You know what I mean? But no, he has nah, man. Nah, I gotta keep it gutter. They all with it. I feel like, look, this is what I feel like. I feel like they all with it. And it's all this one big old club of muckers that's know what's up with it. And the ones who not with it catch hell. If you not with it, you catching hell. If you not with it, you just became a part of the Hellfire Club, and we gotta go destroy Vecna. See, this is what this shit is, y'all. This shit is Stranger Things. And what did Vecna want in Stranger Things? Come on, man. Come on, man. Quit playing. Who was L in Stranger Things? In Stranger Things, I don't know the girl name in real life, but the girl that plays L in Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown, the girl that played in Stranger Things, right? Uh, boom, they all with it though. But the girl in the Stranger Things, the whole Stranger Things movie, the whole Stranger Things series, season after season. I like to call it, when you got the series, that's just big one long elongated movie, right? You can't put it all into a 1-2 hour frame. So let's break it down into a show with seasons and give them 1 hour at a time. 45 minutes if you on regular TV. 45 minutes because of the commercials. So if you see on Stranger Things, remember when I was coming up in school, I don't know if you remember this, but when I was coming up in school, they had this thing called Stranger Danger. And if the person was a stranger, keep your antennas up because strangers, mean danger. And then, as I got into the upper echelons of this craft of becoming a master of the occult world, I started dissecting the English language and started really breaking down these words that we say, but we don't really get. What's the root word? What's the root word found in stranger? What's the same root word that's found in danger? The same root word that's found in ranger. The same root word that's found in changer. The same root word, you name it. You got it. Anger. So when you are dealing with this language that we have called the English language, you have to realize that there are words within words. So let me break another word down. A lot of y'all going after the bag. A lot of y'all, I'm trying to get to the bag. I'm trying to get to the bag. I'm trying to get to this bag. But you don't realize that bag spelled backwards is gab. And a lot of y'all don't have the gift to gab. How you gonna want the bag and chase after the bag, but you ain't got the gift to gab because they told you that a closed mouth don't get fed. See? You ain't got the gift to gab, it's most likely you ain't getting the bag. That's just how that's about to go. You feel me? Another one. Let's just go do another one. Let's just do a few of these word salads. Everybody said we gotta eat. We gotta eat. When my daughter hungry, she said eat, because I taught her how to say eat, right? EAT. We all gotta eat. That's what they say. That's what they told us. That's what they taught us. But then we start finding out stuff about fast. But let's get back to eat. EAT. We all gotta eat. And then after we eat, they say you ate. Past tense. Did you eat? All right. He already ate. That's eat, just reverse the A and put the T in the middle and the E. So you reverse it, switch it around, ATE. So did you eat? Yes, I ate. Yes, I did eat. If you eat, then that means you ate. If you ate, right? Ready? After and a lot of places back in the day, a lot of places and in different cultures, after you eat, you have what, y'all? Tea. So you got eat, ate, tea. Understand this game. And you will understand that you need to master the English language at all costs. Why? Because it is the language that everybody around you speaks in this Americas. And it is the dominating language of the world because America is the dominating culture of the world, and everybody got to know a little bit of English. Just like just like every American knows what hola. Hola, everybody know what that means. Adios. Everybody know what that means. It's just certain words you just gotta know. Certain things you just gotta know. So if you look into this game, you'll see, for instance, we're gonna go right here, live. Live. We are live streaming, right? We are live. But if you look at it, live spelled backwards is Evil. Evil. So if we're living, we're evil. Why? Because if I add a D in the beginning of evil, and it gets devil. So devil spelled forward is devil, but spelled backwards, devil is spelled lived. So all of us who are living, we are. Do you know why they call this world the world of the devil? Do you know why they call this world the world of, of Satan, or the world belongs to Satan, or the world belongs to the devil, or the world belongs to this, or the world belongs to that? Do you know why they say that? Do you know why? Do you? Does anybody in here know why? I'll tell you why. Because when it comes to the physical world, you have to know that the physical world is not real. Ooh, I know this about to, I know this mind-blowing emoji right now. If this physical world was real, I'm gonna show you this one evidence. If the physical world was real, was actually truly that which is substantial, then it would not be temporary and it would not fade away. It would literally be forever. But there's a distinct characteristic between that which is forever and that which is not forever, that which is infinite and that which is finite. Okay? And the one thing that they keep on telling you across all the cultures, no matter what theological, philosophical, religious, whatever sect of knowledge that you come from, you will see that there's this universal theme that this world that we're living in is nothing but a fake illusion show. We are in a fake illusion show. Okay. And remember, they made a movie about it with Jim Carrey. We were just talking about Jim Carrey yesterday, and they made a movie about it. What is that movie? Called The Truman Show. But see, this the part this the part that you didn't get. The Truman Show really is this. We human beings, no, sorry, we divine sparks who are living in human avatars, we are being observed and watched by the universal spiritual soul audience that's behind the veil. Every spirit and soul, man, look at all the spirits, all the souls, all the gods, all the goddesses, all of the celestials, all of these immaculate concepted creatures, deities, the powers that be, the benevolent ones, the malevolent ones. It don't matter if you're a benevolent one or a malevolent one. It's all spiritual. They're all behind the curtain watching humans, watching a TV show called Humanity. That's the name of the TV show. The Insanity of Humanity. That's probably the name of the TV show. But they got another TV show called The Compassion of Humanity. And they got some spirits that's watching the compassion. And they got another TV show called The Ignorance of Humanity. And then they got another TV show called The Evil of Humanity. And all of the different spirits are gathering around their specific show of humanity that they like. Some spirits want to go see fearful. Some spirits wants to see humanity in fear, fearful humanity. Some spirits want to see humanity in love. Henceforth, they got goddesses and gods and different deities and things that govern love. They got different invisible metaphysical principles that govern these things, right? You ever wonder why? You ever wonder why? Because this world is not real. So just like in any other false world, you have to do what? You have to what? Label things. See, in the real world, things don't have to be labeled. You don't have to. There's the spirits not in the spirit world saying, "Oh shit, we don't get along with the Celestials." No, bro. Division is only the illusion when it comes to the physical realm. The illusion of what? The illusion of separate. The illusion of separate. The illusion of separation. What is the illusion of separate? We think that we are separate from the divine oneness. You think there's a you and then there's a God. That's what you think. There's me, and then they got a God. Oh, there's me, and then they got a devil. Oh, there's me, and then they got stars in the universe. See, this is the illusion. We've come to live this illusion so that we can learn the things that we can't learn in the spirit world. And what you can't learn in the spirit world, you can't learn what it's like to die in the spirit world. Spirit world is immortal. Motherfuckers ain't dead. Motherfuckers ain't dying. And shit just getting recycled, same old, over and over and over and over and over again. And it can get kind of boring in the spirit world if you want to be honest. So spirits, souls, divine sparks, whatever you like to call it, divinity, decided that, hey, we need a place to go learn. We need a place that we can grow. We need ample opportunity for us to keep growing, because that's the overall goal of the mainframe and the motherboard. Grow, grow, grow your boat gently up the stream. Merrily, 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 hail merrily. Life is but a dream. They tell you in the nursery rhymes. Why you think they tell you in the nursery rhymes, though? Out of all the things that they can tell you, and why you think they tell you in the nursery rhymes, though? The, why? Because they after the children. Remember, the Bible says train a child in the way it should go. And it say train an adult. And it say train a teenager. And it say train. No, it said train a child in the way it should go. And when it gets older, it would not depart from it. Can anybody tell me, when does the training of the child starts? The training of the child starts when the woman is pregnant and conception has taken place. A lot of these children are messed up coming out of the womb because their mama is at the club pregnant. Their mama is arguing, bickering, fussing, going through pain, getting beat up, getting her heart broke, eating the wrong improper diet, nothing but processed foods, right? The father, he's full of all kind of drugs. The father, he's motherfucking full of all kind of stress. The father, he's full of all kind of lies, deceit, right? And boom, and they decided to hold, let me see this right quick. All right. Oh, and I wanted to tell y'all this. Side note, side note, bro. So boom. Ready? Side note. You ready? This is how you know Michael Jordan is guilty. This is how you know Michael Jordan is guilty. Because YouTube put an age restriction on the video. You got to be 18 years older to watch my Michael Jordan video, for the reason of they don't condone child. It's inappropriate for younger audiences. If he was just getting ice off of his back like everybody claims that Michael Jordan was just getting ice out of that kid's back. If Michael Jordan was just getting ice out of that kid's back, then why is YouTube flagging the video of him getting the ice out of the kid's back as inappropriate for younger audiences under the community guidelines? Mike, what you was doing that kid was inappropriate under the community guidelines, man. Real men don't do that. We about to get into the receipts with. And listen, Donald, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm not hating on you, the red bloods overthrowing the blue bloods, but guess what? You got to understand the people that's watching, the individuals that's watching. It don't matter if you red blood. It don't matter if you blue blood. It don't. The only blood that matters is true blood. What blood is telling the truth? That's the only blood that really matters. That's the only blood that really matters. So understand, birds of a feather flock together. It's all one big WWE mind fuck to keep you distracted from activating your chakras, to keep you distracted from learning magic, to keep you distracted from detoxing your body and healing yourself of all of your physical ailments, because you can do it naturally without no doctors, right? They're doing this shit to keep you distracted from building a family, creating a family, loving a family, and raising a family. They're trying to distract you from becoming an entrepreneur. They're trying to distract you from becoming spiritual, waking up, becoming enlightened, and knowing the hidden things of life. They're trying to distract you from love. They're trying to distract you from faith. They're trying to distract you from desire. They're trying to distract you from romance, enthusiasm, hope. They're trying to tell you romance ain't alive. They lying. They trying to tell you that romance ain't alive. They lied to you. They try to told you that love ain't alive. They lied to you. They try to tell you that everybody despicable. They lied to you. They try to told you that this generation is cooked. They lied to you. This generation isn't cooked. This generation is twice baked. The cake, the bun in the oven has been baked. Ready, set, serve. They lied to you, man. Love still exists. I'm the embodiment of it, bro. What? Desire, faith, love, sex, romance, enthusiasm, hope. I am the embodiment of the 7 major positive emotions that Napoleon Hill speaks about in Think and Grow Rich. I got it tatted on my face. I got it tatted on. What you talking about? Faith, love, and sex is tatted on my lips, homie. Oh, no, I more than believe. I live it. I live it beyond shadow of a doubt. So I'm just wondering, that was just a side note, bro. Men don't do inappropriate things with kids. Understand that. Inappropriate things with kids and men don't mix. Real men, ready? Real men actually, I don't know if I can say that word. I don't want to say that word. Real men actually uh, 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 judge. Dang, let me see. I don't want to, because the algorithm be censoring. What's the word I'm looking for? Real men, call it what it is, man. Real men don't do that pedophile stuff, bro. Real men don't do that, bro. Real men ain't having inappropriate language with children. Real men is not making inappropriate jokes with children. Real men are not having themselves positioned in awkward positions with children. Real men ain't even around another man's child like that. Real men ain't around no other man's child like that but his own. Ain't no such thing. There ain't no such thing as Chester. The uncle that did this and the uncle that did that. Because real men know the minds of evil men. Real men know the minds of wicked men. Real men know the minds of perverted and inverted men. And so therefore, inverted males. I'm not gonna call them men, right? Inverted males. Real men know. And so, because real men know this, they are highly protective of their children being around other males and females because these females is rocking how these niggas is rocking. These females is rocking how these lames is rocking. These females is rocking just how these old square beta male ass niggas is rocking. Niggas couldn't get no pussy. If you didn't have no money, you niggas ain't getting no pussy. Let's call a spade a spade. If you ain't got no nigga, I don't care if the dollar crashed tomorrow. They still gonna choose up on me because I'm a man. I'm more than a man, really. I'm more than a man, really, but I'm keeping ego in check and we ain't come here to brag. So anyway it go, you give me all you look at, you give me the money I have now, you take away the money I have now, guess what? They still gonna choose up on me. Why? Because I am valuable with or without a physical representation of currency. And that's manhood. Manhood ain't, oh, let me get this money. And because I can get away with these things, let me get away with them because I got money. That ain't manhood. Actuality, that's still someone who are in their adolescence. That's still someone who are in their, teenage, 15, 0 to 15 years of age range right there. That's what the teenagers do. But if you go to other worlds, you see that there are 13, 14, 15, 20-year-olds right now getting ready to run the country. Look at Barron Trump. Look at Trump's son. Man, y'all don't think these people are, you think, oh, Trump is actually the good one and they're the bad ones? Y'all actually think that, no, people really believe that? Or do y'all actually know that this shit is a game designed to make you distracted from cultivating the inner forces within yourself and becoming a Super Saiyan. You could become a Super Saiyan, bro. You could become a Superman, a Spider-Man, whatever kind of man you want to be, you could be that man. But you got to understand, you got to be that man, and you can't be that man if you're distracted by all of the things that males are doing. See, a real man is not distracted by what males doing, because when a real man pull up and what a real man do, males don't have no, ready for this? They got a saying. It says, what God that was dyslexia, see? What God put forth, let no man put asunder. Understand that when you start abiding on the principles of the true man show, when you start abiding on the principles of the true man, understand you're not activating the principles of man. Understand you're activating the principles of God. The consciousness of God is now entered into your manhood. So when you activate the principles of a true man, this is why they say that. Let no man put asunder what God put forth. You can't, no man can stop what God has put forth. Once you know that the kingdom of heaven is within, and you tap into that kingdom of heaven, once you know that the devil works for God, and God and the devil work together hand in hand, and they live inside of you. Once you know that no matter what religion you go, there is always some type of invisible principle that says you have power, and that power is godlike. And you can't be made in an image of a God and not be a God. You can't be made in the likeness of a God and not be a God. You can't. They tell you the kingdom of heaven is within. Well, we know that God lives in the kingdom of heaven. So how did God live inside of you, but you're not the God that lives inside of you? They said God lives inside of you, but you're a despicable sinner. How'd that go? They lying to you. That's how that go. You know how it really goes? This is how it really goes. If you have righteous, God conscious minded people raising children, those children will grow up to be gods. Period. Achieving physical achievements that the likes of regular human bodies can't achieve. Achieving mental feats the like of regular human minds can't achieve. Achieving emotional feats the like that regular human emotions can't achieve. And achieving spiritual and divine feats that the average divine spark or the average person in a human avatar cannot achieve. But guess what happens? The reverse is true too, because not only does God live inside of you, but guess who else lives inside of you? Welcome to the Hellfire Club, nigga. Stranger Things. Stranger Things is anger things. Understand that strangers, that equals anger. Danger is anger. You feel me? You got to understand that when you are dealing with these entities, when you're dealing with these individuals, when you're dealing with these meat suits, understand they're either gonna be carrying listen, there are three different consciousnesses that the avatar is gonna be carrying. It's gonna be carrying the energy of the great grand holy mother and the sacred feminine goddess. Is gonna be carrying the God frequency, right? Or it's gonna be carrying the devil frequency, or AKA the, whatever you like to call it, demon time, or whatever y'all call it in today's time. One is represents higher morals, principles, standards, and invisible things. The other one represents lower morals, principles, and standards, and physical things. Meaning, every single thing you do in the physical world is demonic. Every single thing you do right now, and I don't care if you eating right now, you going to work out. Working out is demonic. Why? Because it's physical. You like to eat food? Eating food is demonic. Why? Because it's physical. You like to take a shower? Taking a shower is demonic. Why? Because it's physical. Anything that is physical is illusion. And we know who is in control of the illusion: the devil, AKA that guy right here. Go get the book, The Black Cube Codex, Saturn Exposed, Sovereignty Restored. I talk about it in a whole book. I put a whole book on it. I ain't got to speak on it. Go get the book. It's on Amazon, it's on Barnes and Nobles, it's on Lulu, and it's on my website. All right. So now that you understand that the physical world, listen. How about, oh my goodness, the bots? The bots have arrived, y'all. So because why? Because the Matrix recognized that I'm giving y'all the truth. And what fights against truth, y'all? Lie. Lies enter in when you are walking in truth. So you got to remember to stay focused on what gives you power. So I'm an open society, so truth gives me power. So telling the truth and shaming the devil. Remember, telling the truth shames the devil. Telling a lie empowers the devil. So if you're a lying ass motherfucker, guess what? The devil is just feeding off you right now. If you're telling the truth ass motherfucker, guess what? You, God within you, is literally recycling and growing within you. So one grows you and the one evolves you and one devolves you. Okay? One evolves you and one devolves you. Both of them are needed to recognize the spectrum, though. Remember that every tree is rooted in darkness of the soil. Every seed must go into the darkness and grow to get its head above the ground into the light of illumination of the sun. And understand when you're talking about the Illuminati, you're talking about the sun. The illumination, but remember, it's not called illumination, it's called enlightenment. Enlightenment means your inner light that's within. So remember, I am not illuminated, for I am not ill. Okay? I am not ill. The first three letters in in illusion, Illuminati, or any one of those, and even whether it's Bill, whether it's kill, whether it's mill, whether it's feel, whether it's you name it, you name it, ILL, right? So understand, I am not ill. I'm not Lil Wayne. Motherfucker, I'm ill. I'm not ill. I'm not sick because I know that health is wealth. So, and why you think health and wealth are damn near are spelled identical except for the W and the H? Health will always be your wealth. If wealth was about material finances and possessions, then Jesus would have came down, and the story of Jesus would have been about him riding on trues and voes, wearing big old gaudy chains. The story of Jesus would have been about a rich nigga that came down and healed people. But no, it was a man that came down and healed people. So when you are walking in your divine masculinity, you are automatically a healer. You are a healer just because your presence is so divine and you've healed yourself that the vibration that you vibrate because you've healed yourself now resonates outward and people can feel that healing resonate. People can feel that healing vibration vibrating off you. Sick people don't want to be like people who are hell bent on staying sick. They don't want to be around you. People who can't handle high vibrations, they can't be around you for long. They get nervous. Things start happening, right? Uh, Remember, see, no distractions. But the distraction is in the name of the game. You came here to be distracted so that you can get focused. Ooh, I'll repeat it again. A lot of unpopular opinion. You signed up to come and live this life. You just don't remember it. You signed up to come and live this life. Yeah, those scumbag parents you have, you signed up for it. Yeah, that awful life that you have, you signed up for it. All of the pain, trauma, drama, and all of the negative sequences in life that you went through, you signed up for it before you ever went through it. It's called predetermination, predestiny. And a lot of y'all don't believe in predestiny, which is crazy because you can predestine some stuff right now. You can schedule to go to an appointment tomorrow and make sure you keep your appointment. That appointment was predetermined, predestined. But you don't believe that predestiny don't exist at the highest level of godhood? Yeah, this shit is crazy. How you know this is a prison? Because your body is composed of cells. Last time I checked, a cell is a prison. That's how you know you're in prison. That's how you know you're in prison. Because your spirit and soul is locked inside of this body, and this body is composed of trillions of cells. And these trillions of cells keep your spirit and soul locked in the body, and you get to feel pain, torment, anguish. You got to do time. You're held subjected to time. Last time I checked, when you're in prison, you got to go do time. It's called doing time. This is how you know you're in a prison cell. You know how you know you're in a prison? Because you got limits. You wake up and go, most people wake up and go to work every day, slaving to see no benefit at all. For what? To pay a light bill? Prison. Yeah. People are prisoners of their own home. Look, everybody's house is square feet, square footage. Isn't a prison a box, a square? That's how you know you're in prison. So let's get into this. Let's let these trumpets blow, man. Real Kid Rock, you first. Real men don't say this.
Olsen twins. Why is every guy in America waiting for these chicks to turn 18? I mean, you know what I say? If there's grass on the field, play ball!
That is 100% complete, pure pedophile thoughts, pedophile jokes, pedophile humor, whatever you want to call it. It is inappropriate humor. It is inappropriate humor, and they tell the truth through joke. Life is not pointless. See, this is how you know that you're a low vibration. Life is not pointless. What is the purpose of prison, everybody? Can anybody tell me what the purpose of prison is? Because people are stupid. People, let me not say the S word, because that word gets flagged. People are, ignorance is bliss, man. Ignorance is bliss, man. Do you know the purpose of prison? Do you know there's a purpose for everything? So, if you're in prison, why do people go to prison? Zach 144? Hell high priest. What it do? What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. All praise be to the great grand holy mother of all divine. I'm the highest of high. Wait a minute. Somebody asked how high. I'm not even high yet. Wait a minute. I didn't even. You just reminded me. I gotta get high. I'm not even. I'm not even high. My eyes are still white. Wait a minute. Hell high. All right. So we about to get into this. Wait a minute. We about to get into this. But let me get this. This live is about how Donald Trump and Kid Rock are pedophiles. And I'm about to bring my receipts. Learn and take accountability and redeem themselves. No. Yes, but the purpose of all prisons has been and always will be rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. Remember, I became conscious, awakened, aware, and enlightened in a prison cell. Literally. In Saturn's domain, I became enlightened. Remember, this is the good of, now I always talk about Saturn this, Saturn that. Well, let's talk about the good that comes with Saturn. They got a lot of good I ain't gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say they probably got like 5 good things that come with that motherfucker. If they got 30 things, 25 negative things come with Saturn and 5 good things come with Saturn. And one of the 5 good things that come with Saturn is discipline. When you go and do time, like I went and did time, you have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nothing but time, all to yourself. What will you do with it? What will you do with it? What will you do with it? I wrote affirmations all day and all night. I activated my chakras all day and all night. I read self-help books all day and all night. I thought positive things and had positive conversations with people who resonated with me on a positive level. You feel me? I went on fasts and didn't eat the jail food, but only ate the vegetables and drank the water. I sat there for hours and hours like a monk in Tibet at a monastery, at an ashram, and I sat there for hours and hours, day and night, and all chakras activate. That's what I did when I had 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to myself in a prison. I rehabilitated myself. I healed all of my past traumas. I healed all of the things that had me broken, that I didn't even know had me broken, until I had nothing but time to myself to go inside of myself. And when I went inside of myself, I seen it was, oh shit, it's the belly of hell. And I have to turn it into the kingdom of heaven that is within. This is what tell us prison stories. Oh no, man. Ready? The ultimate prison story. The world is an actual real prison. Look at your house. Your house is square footage. Those squares are prison blocks. You are in a block. What's your block name? The name of your block is whatever your street name. That's the name of it. That's just how the jail cells go in the thing. No, this world is just a bigger prison. The same thing that goes on in this world. But, all right, I'm gonna tell you one prison story. I'll tell you one prison story. This prison story stuck with me forever, and it will forever, ever, 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 always, forever, ever, ever stick with me. In jail, I met what I considered to this day, and I've been looking to this day, I've encountered the greatest mind alive. I've encountered the greatest minds alive in jail. I hope you're watching this. I don't know if you're dead or not, bro, because it was about 10, 12 years ago. You know, black folks be getting X'd out. His name is Daniel Lewis. He's an autodidact, and also, what you call that, when you can write with both hands equally. He's an autodidact, and he has a autographic or photographic memory. He can do this. He can read this. He can take an encyclopedia, speed read it at that. He can take an encyclopedia, speed read it. You ready? You take the book away from him, come back a week later, and just open the encyclopedia and ask him to explain this. And he's gonna explain it verbatim like Chat GPT. I don't know what you call that, but that's ambidextrous. So he's ambidextrous, he's an autodidact, and he has autographic photographic memory. And they called him doctor, they called him professor, and they called him lawyer, depending on, and everybody and all of the men in the fucking prison had to come holler at this nigga because he was just that genius. Everybody had to go holler at Doc. Everybody had to go holler at Daniel, my nigga. Because he was just that smarter than all of us. And men immediately, everybody, I don't give a fuck if you was a man, all of it. And if you played with him, if you was a bitch ass nigga that played with him, you got dealt with fast. Don't play. Listen, this nigga was writing writs. He was getting rich. He was getting niggas sent home from jail, bro. This nigga, so cold-blooded with his mind, he used his mind to do diabolical things like run guns and drugs. This nigga, he always keep his paperwork with him everywhere he go because he been in the feds. And every time he go to jail, he always get out of jail because he finagles the law and gets out on cold-blooded technicalities because he already knows the multiple infallibilities. The multiple fallacies and the multiple cracks and crevices of the law. He knows the law by heart. He can recite the entire Constitution by heart. He's a Creole man from Baton Rouge. I never forget him. You heard me? I never forget him. Named Daniel Lewis. Everybody call him Professor. Everybody call him. Look, we be up at night, bro. Bro be telling you talking about prison stories. Daniel got the whole nigga. Everybody in their bag, everybody in their locker, eating their zuzus and wham whams, looking at motherfucking Daniel, listening to Daniel tell his stories of his life. Cause this nigga done lived a hell of a life. He went to jail. He got 2 life sentences, and he gave both of his life sentences back himself, writing the fucking legal work himself. He represented himself in court, all of his for everything. He don't let no lawyer represent him. It's impossible for a lawyer to represent him. He don't represent. He, as a matter of fact, he's so cold with it. While we in jail, they got people, law firms, inviting him to be a paralegal when he get out of jail, because he can't be a lawyer because you're a convicted felon. But hey, we could use your expertise over here at the law offices of Norman and Mopsick. You feel me? Like that's how that shit was going. And he was about 6 feet 1 inches tall, man, slim, a little slim, skinny, light skin, Passon Blanc. He was Passon Blanc. You feel me? Little skinny, light skin, Farrakhan, he was Farrakhan's color and had Farrakhan's hair texture, and he was slim, and he loved to argue. He loved to argue. He loved to shut your brain down and show you how stupid you are. I had the privilege of being mentored by him for 18 months straight, and for 2 years straight. And for out of those 2 years, at least 14 months, he called me a stupid motherfucker for 14 months straight until I became so smart. And listen, he stopped calling me a stupid motherfucker. And everybody loved to play him in Scrabble. So we got the thing in Scrabble. In jail, we got the Scrabble board. Can't nobody beat him in Scrabble. He is Floyd Mayweather. He was Floyd Mayweather. He was wooty-wooty-oh, Floyd Mayweather, until 14 months later, after he mentored me for 14 he mentored me for 2 years, but at point 14 months, at the 14th month, he stopped calling me a stupid motherfucker. Why? Bah, I beat him in Scrabble. Ooh. Whole dome was shook. Like, oh, that bitch done. Listen. That bitch done beat Dame. I keep telling people, man, listen. And from then on out, he ain't never called me a dumb motherfucker no more. Because I told him while at the Scrabble table, I said, nigga, yeah, you a genius, but nigga, last time I checked, you in here with me. So what give you the right to call me dumb, call me stupid motherfucker? But look, that's after 14 months of me soaking up game, though. Nigga used to drop me, hey, he's so cold with it, bro. Man, a lot of ways and a lot of the tactics and a lot of the way you see me talk, move, and how I do my thing, that's Daniel, bro. He's so cold with it. Man, I was able to get a fraction. Look, I was able to download maybe 30% of this nigga's character in it. I was able to probably process and download like 30% of the nigga character, because I was a young, dumb fool, bro. So I wasn't doing stuff I was supposed to do. But guess what? When I met Daniel, it took it up. Yeah, I done seen, man, look, I know for a fact that stuff that they show you on TV, when it comes to prison, that stuff that they show you on TV, I'm going to call it, TV's portraying of prison is 80% false, 20% true. The 20% true is how corrupt the government officials and the wardens and the different personnel that works at the prison. Because once you're a prisoner, guess what? You ain't nobody. Once you're a prisoner, you ain't nobody. And they gonna treat you like nobody, act like nobody, but every now and then they got somebodies that go to prison. And that's when prison dynamics change, when somebodies who got money and somebodies who got clout, somebodies who got power, somebodies who got finesse and game and could spit this and talk this and talk this and talk that and woo, talking female CEOs out their drawers. You feel me? I done paid for some CO pussy locked up before. I done paid to get a phone smuggled I done paid to get my phone smuggled into prison before. Yeah. What you talking about? Listen, I wasn't the top dog in prison, but I stayed in my lane, and niggas ain't play with me. Niggas ain't motherfucking I'm a real nigga, man. And all the killers love me. All of the niggas who do all of the evil stuff love me. I don't know why. Bro, I swear to God, all of the real hitters, like niggas, big old, man, I think I still got this one story. I can tell you this one story. Boom. my little partner, Scorpio nigga. You feel me? We was in jail, you heard me? He doing life right now. Golly. Look at, so we was in jail, you heard me? This nigga right here, he's so cold with the hands. Man, you not getting hit more than 2 times and he gonna knock you out, bro. Every man, listen, I don't every he whoop-de-woo and he Floyd Mayweather on the floor. He never lost. He never lost. 6'2". He ain't got no, he not cut. He just iron solid. You ever met one of them niggas? They not cut up, but they just solid like a rock. He jaw check you, is over with. He jaw check you, is over with. Pop, pop. Don't get two-piece. Don't get two-piece. I'm talking about niggas way bigger than him. Pop, pop, niggas smaller than him. Wop, wop, it don't matter. It don't matter. He was doing them dirty. He was doing them dirty. So boom, he used to call me Dunbar. I was saying I'm Dunbar, da 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 da. Boom. So this for Hurricane Katrina, you hear me? Boom. So Hurricane Katrina hit on a Sunday, but the 2 days before Hurricane Katrina on a Friday, I got sentenced to 12 years in prison for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Picture that shit. Picture that shit. Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Listen, you ready for the kicker? They gave me 12 years, but in jail, you got to do, back in the day, you had to do half of your 12. So really, it was like, okay, you about to do 6, 7 years and come home on parole, right? Boom. So Friday, I got convicted. You dig? And got sentenced. I got convicted and sentenced. I lost my trial. Remember, I never caught pleas. I always went to trial. I never caught pleas. Let me see. I'm 2-1 in the courtroom. I'm 2-1 in the courtroom. I'm 2-1 in the courtroom when it comes to when it comes to juries saying guilty or not guilty. I take shit to trial. Fuck all that, man. You ain't about to play with me. So boom. We come back, they say, it's gonna be a storm, it's gonna be a Hurricane Katrina, da da da. This New Orleans, we done been through buku hurricane. Next thing you know, Friday come, motherfucking rain. I'm talking about rain like never before, just tormenting the city, just woof, woof, woof. Everybody spooking. Why? Because the glass in the prison, them broke like boosh, like boom, like open. This shit is crazy. You hear wind like high speed winds, and it's fucking thunder and the lightning, and you hear the water just run. And we trying to patch up the windows, cause the windows is whatchamacallit, man. All of the water and the shit coming through. So nigga took their mats and put their mats up there to block the water from getting in the fucking window with the motherfucking hurricane. Listen, it's been 2 feed ups that they didn't bring us to. Meaning, so in Orleans Parish Prison, they bring you, ain't no cafeteria. They bring you the food, and y'all in this one box dorm. You and 30 niggas. You and 30 niggas is in this little box dorm with a shower and motherfucking toilets and a TV. You feel me? And a cooler. And a cooler with ice in it so that y'all can keep, y'all perishables, and that's the refrigerator. And you in that bitch with a whole bunch of hooligans. Straight up. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. And so they haven't brought lunch pass, they ain't bring us none. Dinner pass, they ain't bring us none. We like, damn, it must be the hurricane. Okay. In the morning, look, ready? Boom. So remember, Friday I got sentenced. Saturday night, the rain, the hurricane really hit. Sunday, everything, the levees broke. Sunday, wee hours of the Sunday night, the levees broke. Boom. But guess what? These niggas is literally waiting on the COs to come and rescue them. I'm saying, y'all, look, this is how we got out of there. If I didn't do this and trigger these events, we would have died in the prison like a lot of other inmates did, waiting on the security guard COs to come and save them. Niggas died in there waiting on them people to come back for them. Starved and died in there, waiting on these people to come back. Look what I said. I said, bro, don't never in a million years, don't never trust no police in a situation like this. They not coming back. If we don't break out this bitch, we are still we out of here. If we don't break out of here, we out of here. We stuck in here. We're gonna die in here. We're gonna completely get X'd out in here. This will be our last stand, our last call. Guess what Percy said? My partner, my Scorpio partner. That boy said, yeah, man. I'm rocking with Dumbo on this one, man. We got, man. He said, what we gonna do, Dumbo? Kill a nigga. The knockout artist. He said, what we gonna do, bro? I said, bro, man, we need to lay up there and so the beds were made, the beds were made out of this iron. The beds are made out of iron, and it had this L-shaped square that comes up that keeps you from falling off of it in your sleep, right? So I said, man, so we always had this one rail that has all like so. Before I got to the dorm, the shit was already there, but there always was this weapon in the dorm that was this big old L that was broke off of one of the bed rails, and it's always just been in the corner, and nobody ever used it on nobody, but just in case a nigga gotta use it on somebody, that's how I used to be, right? And boom, he said, "What we gonna do?" I grabbed the L and I started hitting at the chicken wire on the door. Look, I'm hitting on it. Boosh, boosh. Ain't no security guards coming. Ain't no nothing coming. But it's bulletproof glass encased and with chicken wire on the inside of the glass. So that it ain't just breaking like no glass. It ain't just no. You got to chip away at that shit. But the corner of the L from the bed, I'm hitting it. Percy was like, man, come on, give me that dumb ball. I'm stronger than you. Here. Boom. And he grabbed it and he started hitting it. Poof. Poof. I said, oh shit. No wonder this nigga be knocking a nigga out. Look at what he doing to the glass. That's one of his, I guess that's one of his superpowers, just big, cocky, strong nigga. So he was hitting the glass. Poof. 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 And he the one that got that broke the chicken wire with his deep nigga was strong like Debo, but he wasn't big like Debo. He was just strong like Debo. He was rock solid nigga, bro. And he broke the chicken wire, and all of us started, you know, finagling the chicken wire off the thing, and started squeezing through the window, When we squeeze through the window, we going down the hallway. You get to the second floor. The second floor is nothing but water. The second floor is nothing but water. When you work the second floor, and when you get down to the first floor, remember I'm 6'1". So if I'm 6'1", and the water, I had to stand on my tippy toes so the water could stay right here. And I'm 6'1", so I had to stand at like probably about a 6'3" stand. So you know how when you be in a swimming pool, when you're in water, you can do it because that floating factor. Yeah, that's what I had to do. And guess who was right there in the water? Guess who was right there, right outside of the prison door, waiting with them yangs, to see who gonna make it out of there. Yeah, they already was waiting on us. They brought us to the bridge. And that's how I ended up getting shipped to Angola State Prison and met some cold soldiers. And I mean, I met some cold soldiers all through my little prison travels and prison journeys. They got dudes right now that I'm still cool with to this day. We still keep in contact to this day. And them dudes rehabilitated themselves. They're entrepreneurs. They're living healthy lives. They got their kids. They got their wives. They're men. And they staying out the way, staying out of trouble. Matter of fact, they've turned into entrepreneurs. So they're not only staying out of the way, staying out of trouble, they're creating a way and creating a space for people to express. So, yeah, I rehabilitated myself, but that's when I became chakra out there in jail, man. I meditated, I activated my chakras all day, all night. I fasted, and and it was while I was 33 years old, my master year. It was while I was 33 years old, and I did that for 33 days, and on my 33rd day, going into the 34th at midnight, I had literally all of my chakras exploded. and turned on forever, and the I can hear the heavens. It was a whole event. It was a whole event. That's a whole nother thing, but I don't want to get off topic, bro. So let's get into Kid Rock.
Olsen twins. Why is every guy in America waiting for these chicks to turn 18? I mean, you know what I say? There's grass on the field. Play ball!
So this is Kid Rock. Kid Rock, this is a past video. So remember, that's what this internet age is. The ability to go into the past and see all of the yucky stuff that was going on and the spell that we were under, that these people had us under. If he would have said something like that right now, he would be canceled immediately. Immediately. That whole show, that network and everything, they'll cancel that whole show and that whole network and everything, bro. But this dude just described like, I'm not even about to describe that shit, bro. Like, as a man, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I can't even joke like that, my nigga. Like, that's what I'm saying. He would never be able to say nothing like that behind the wall. They'll jug him up and he'll be found somewhere. Or they'll make him a slave. Because I've seen that a bunch of times. In population, majority of the sex, I'm gonna say out of 100 sex offenders, 98 of them got to check PC. The other two, that was on some domestic violence type shit, or on some this nigga doing woo woo woo, and the female is doing this and that and the third. But the other 98, the nigga got to check PC because their sexual crime is completely offensive to real men, and they would harm would come to them if they were to live in population. This is how you know that the world is backwards. How are the P3DOs, the CP3Os, running the world? But if you were to put them, when you put them in the apex of where the law of the jungle kicks in when you're in prison. When you're in prison, it's the law of the jungle. The strongest survive, survival of the fittest, and all of those different cliches start to come in when you in prison. So how, when they come to jail, they can't go into the prison population because they would lose their lives. That should tell you right there the difference between males and men. If you put a P3DO behind the prison walls, he would have to check into protective custody and get protected by the prison system and get protected by the police, because if you put him in physical population with the other men will X him out. Eventually, it will just happen. Why? Because you got dudes in there that ain't never going home. You got dudes in there who ain't never going home, who is just like Tony Montana. That's how Tony Montana lost his life, because he didn't want to do no women, no kids, man. Remember, in the movie Scarface, that's how Scarface lost everything, because he didn't want to blow up a car that had a female and her children in the car, even though his enemy was in the car too. Even though the enemy of the boss that he worked for, and they sent him on that mission, and he said he could complete that mission, and then when he got there, he reneged, and that's how Tony Montana met his end, because he reneged on his overall agreement that what he was going to do to this particular enemy of the boss. And why? Because his morals and his principles came into play, and he said, "I don't kill no women, no kids, man. No women, no kids, man." And that's how Scarface lost his life, because he stood on his principles and his morals, and he didn't want to kill a female and her progeny, just because he was but that was the only window of opportunity he had. And it wasn't gonna be no more windows of opportunity after that. And ultimately, it screwed the boss, and the boss swarmed the house with a whole bunch of worker bees and hit that boy Tony up. He went out like a gangster, though. Tony went out like a gangster. But too many flawed things he was doing. Number one, he was high on cocaine. You ain't gonna make ain't no real judge sound decisions coming off a motherfucker high on cocaine. Number two, you covered thy neighbor's wife. Ain't no real man, ain't desiring and desiring another man's leftovers. Yeah, bro. And when I say another man's leftover, meaning a dude that's in a relationship, if you inherit a chick that's in a relationship with a dude, you're inheriting that dude's leftovers, right? In the man's world. That's what they say, right? This is why you got to make sure she detoxes. This is why you got to make sure she cleanses. This is why you got to make sure she, you're on a certain level with her. But we as men got to stop involving ourselves in low level vibration sex. A lot of you are involving yourself with low level vibration sex because you don't want to go inside of yourself and heal and feel the void that is plaguing you when you look in the mirror every day that makes you feel less than a man or lack of confidence as a man. You need to go and work on yourself and correct that shit instead of feeling bad about it, my brother. But these dudes are not men. So Kid Rock, you just seen it right there. I ain't even got to say nothing, bro. Kid Rock is he with that group of people. Kid Rock is with that group of people that be doing that be doing that P stuff, You know that P stuff. You know that stuff, that what that is. That stuff that Nicki Minaj accused everybody and Salt and Pepper just confirmed it and all that good stuff. Yeah, So, but wait a minute, Donald Trump with it too. Wait. Stun me. Look at Donald Trump with it too. Let's get it.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
There's no grown man of true integrity on the face of the planet who would ever think like that, let alone speak like that. There is no grown man of true morals and integrity on the face of the planet that will ever speak of a 9-year-old girl in such a way. We're going to play it again in case y'all think I'm tripping. Wait a minute. Did I just hear what I just supposed to hear? Wait a minute. Did I hear what I just supposed to hear? Is Donald, wait a minute. Is this pedophilia?
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
So Donald Trump telling everybody that he is going to be dating a 9-year-old in 10 years. Wowzers. That's P3DO PDF. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, he would. He ain't different. This stuff been going. If it different mean the opposite. I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, the rest of you, nah, man. Shit. I'm different. Yeah, I know. Pull up to the scene with the ceiling missing. Yeah, his ceiling all the way missing with this one. Wait a minute. Let's go, Mr. Let me see. You be the judge. Is Donald Trump a pedophile? Let's see.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Stop it. Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
Wait a minute. The girls from The View was laughing at it too. Oh, you're weird. Oh my, well, stop it. Oh my God. Listen, wait a minute. Listen. My trusty rusty assistant, please make the Snow Bunny Illuminati thumbnail. We gotta get it in there. We gotta get into the Snow Bunny Illuminati, bro. But I don't want to get off track. Let's play that one more again.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
If Ivanka wasn't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Why are you speaking of your daughter in that reference? That men don't do that. That is a pedophile's joke. He hangs out with too many of them not to be one. Thank you, Super Pixie Dust. Donald Trump, you hang with too many pedophiles not to be one. We know birds of a feather flock together. We know Nicki Minaj was with it on the blue side and just came over because the blood tastes better on the red side. We know y'all niggas is logging on to the Google Chrome app. We know y'all logging on to the Google Chrome, we know y'all logging on to the Google Chrome app. That's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to go and get in the room and get on the computer and log on to the Google Chrome app. Think I don't know. Okay, that's why the files will never be fully out. Yeah, well, wait a minute. Not only that, the files are just a big distraction, bro. This is them showing us, this is them. We're the stupid ones. We're the stupid ones sitting around talking about. I'm not talking about it. I got a whole plan going on to completely rid the world of all of this shit. But until then, while the plan is in motion, the reason why they're doing this is because they're softening us up for the entree. They're showing, and they're also clearing themselves of karma by admitting guilt. And if y'all don't do nothing about it, then that's a wrap. If y'all don't do nothing about it and say, hey, look, we don't want none of y'all. Look, if y'all don't make no arrests, if y'all ain't doing so, at the least, Donald Trump, you are a perverted old man. You was a perverted guy. I ain't gonna say man. You was a perverted guy. There's no such thing as a perverted man. Men aren't pervs. Uh, Men aren't predators. Real men are not predators. Real men are not child exploiters. Real men don't make pedophile jokes. Real men don't sexualize children. Real men don't put themselves in a predicament to be accused of any kind of SA. Real men always protect, serve, maintain, sustain, and provide for the society as a whole at large. This is what real men have always done. This is what real men will always do. And this is why you can never get rid of real men, because nature created us. And nature says we are the strongest and we shall survive. Nature says that, hey, listen, in order for you to recognize what a real man is, y'all first got to see what a real man isn't. Y'all first, y'all took the real men for granted? Okay, now what's going on? The P3DOs run your world. The C3POs. The C3POs run your world now. All of the C3POs run your world now. And now you understand what happened when you laid up. See, remember, we're going to touch upon that in the Snow Bunny Illuminati. Snow Bunny Illuminati. How Karen overthrew Keisha for the throne. Will Keisha get her revenge back? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Don't be stealing my idea. How Karen overthrew Keisha for the throne. Wait a minute. How Karen overthrew Keisha and John. What's the most whitest male name? Can anybody? What's the most whitest male name? Anybody know? What's the most whitest male name? You know? The fact that the files come out means that they've been new, they letting us know. Listen, all they're doing is double speaking and letting you know through joke. They're letting you know through joke that this is what we're doing, this is what we've done, this is what we're gonna keep doing, this is what and unless y'all do something. Somebody said Daniel. Man, Daniel, that's crazy. Daniel, oh, that's crazy. So I'm gonna do the live stream. Snow Bunny Illuminati. How Karen overthrew Keisha and Daniel for the throne. Ooh. Somebody said Josh. Ooh, Josh, Greg. Nah. Greg, Josh, Daniel. What's the whitest? Man, hold on. Now you got me about to go to Chat GPT. Chat GPT, what is the most whitest what is the whitest name in the world? Wait, Chat, what is the most white male name in the world? Chat about to give it here. Nigga, Chat about to do the numbers. I keep on telling you. Somebody said Keith. Theodore. Oh, Damn. The most whitest male name in the English language is James. Oh, wait a minute. So, ChatGPT, statistically speaking, the name that shows up most consistently associated with white males across the spectrum of English language is James. Okay. Other other names that cluster extremely high in the same demographic category include John, Michael, William, yeah, Robert, Robert, David. Okay. So James, John, Michael, William, Robert, David. How many of you niggas name that right there? How many of you? How many of you has been crackerized, right? Your ass been crackerized. You've been crackerized. I got a rare white name. So the most common white name of all is James Smith, John Smith, and Michael Johnson. That's cold. That's some sexual bullshit right there. See, because don't you know a Johnson is a man's penis? Is this the Zesty channel? No, bro. This the expose the Zesty channel. Expose the Zesty channel. Single first name James, and most stereotypical full name is John Smith. Ah, that's why they made that movie called The Smiths. Because you know, Smith is not even just a name. A Smith is an actual occupation. If you were like a iron smith or a weapon smith, or what, you know, they got all kind of different Smiths. Um, that's why it's called the Smithsonians. And you know, Smith is actually smitten to unalive, to X out somebody. So when you're talking about Smith, take the H off of Smith, and you got Smith. Smith means slave. Somebody got slave. So you better change your name, man. Listen, god dang. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yep. Yeah, you wanna change that last name from Smith. You ain't trying to get smitten out here in these last days when these trumpets are blowing. Wait a minute, Trump, man, you the man. Dang, bro. The enemy of my friend, bro. Look at it. Look at Trump, man. Trump out here tripping, bro.
Tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, you know, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes.
Now keep in mind, Howard Stern been, you know, I don't even. That's what I'm saying. You don't even want me to start deep diving into the white world and exposing the white pedophiles. Y'all don't even want me to start doing that. But I might have to start doing that because white people ain't doing it enough. White people, y'all not exposing the pedophiles in y'all community enough. And I might have to say, after I finish doing my rounds in the black community, because I already got Diddy up out of here. We already exposed Jay-Z. We already exposed Tyler. We already exposed all these sucker ducker cluckers. You feel what I'm saying? You know, now what y'all do with it, that's on y'all. But now I got some more rounds to make. They got some more rounds to make. I made sure, you know, Russell ran all the way to Bali on me. When the war first kicked off, Russell dipped it with the Bali, Hanks, all them niggas, Ellen, and all them went overseas, where to Israel and places like that. Because you know if you are a pedophile here and you want to run and get asylum, you can go to Israel. You know that, right? Right? Y'all know that, right? Do you know right now, if you are a pedophile on the run for pedophilia, you can leave and flee the country, and Israel will give you asylum? All of them, man. There's this rumor that said a lot of them are gone, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I feel like that's just you know, I didn't know that until I was watching TV yesterday, and somebody said, and they said that on CNN. Said it on CNN that Israel And Yemen, I think Israel and Yemen is Israel and one other country over in the Middle East that are the number one safe space for pedophiles. You can't even call that dark magic. I practice dark magic and ain't got nothing to do with no pedophilia. And it ain't got nothing to do with killing no animals. And it ain't got nothing to do with unaliving nothing. So no, man, y'all got the wrong concept of dark magic, man. Nah, man. They're not practicing dark magic. They're practicing murder magic. They're practicing pedophilia magic. They're practicing homosexual gay male magic. They're practicing rape magic. They're practicing necrophilia. Necrophiliacs. Y'all know what necrophiliac is? Go look it up. Necrophilia. So what is dark magic? Dark magic, you ready? Dark magic is the yin energy within your avatar. Remember the yin and the yang? So the yin is the sacred feminine energy, dark magic, aka dark matter. Okay? And the yang energy is the light energy or that white energy, aka what? That's why everything is all about gang, 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 and yang, yang. Why? Because that's that yang, 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 yang. Hey man, that's that man, masculine energy. So this is why anger and danger, that's masculine. Why? Because that's the yang energy. Okay? So understand that when you pervert the yang energy or when you pervert the yin energy, you will get what you see in society today. But understand that dark magic is the darkness of the nurturing of the primordial waters of the universe. So understand this. For instance, darkness is what the seed has to go in order to grow. Darkness is the ultimate growth hormone. There is no greater growth hormone than darkness. Why? This is why melanin. No, we ain't get the melanin. Let's just get into science. Carbon. There's nothing darker. There's nothing blacker. There's nothing more darker than carbon. But they've demonized. Take the D off of dark and I got arc. So what's the difference between arc and dark? It's just one just got a D and the other one don't. It's the same phonetics. It's still one it's still one phonics, dark syllable. It's still one syllable. Excuse me. Uh, brother, do they practice rituals? Of course, they practice. I just told you, they practice human trafficking rituals, human organ harvesting rituals. All of that stuff is rituals to Saturn, bro. They organ harvesting because that's what Saturn commands them to do. What are you talking about? They're cannibals. They gotta feed the reptiles, man. What are you what you talking? The reptiles gotta eat, bro. Their diet is humans. What are you talking about? The reptiles, just like our diet in America is cows, that's the equivalent of what we are to the reptiles. Cows, livestock. Some of us are chickens. Some of us are cows. Some of us are pigs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is what I'm trying to tell you. What you mean for what gain? What do you gain? What do you gain off of eating cows? Our ancestors collected organs in the mummification process. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie that the barbarian put into our psyche. Our ancestors did not collect organs in the mummification process. If you want to be technical, the mummification process, you ready? If you want to be technical, the mummification process, that's the cursed process. All of those mummies that you're seeing wrapped up, those were the ones who couldn't ascend into godhood in Kemet. Because most people in Kemet ascended into godhood and did not die and did the alchemical turning lead into gold thing, bro. This is what that's what that's all about. So you see the ones that got mummified, those are the later dynasties, the ones that fell from grace. But the true old Kemet, they ain't motherfucking, they ain't died. They weren't, they're still not dead to this day. They grew and ascended. And when you grow and ascend, you don't have to be held bound by the standards of time and matter and gravity and all the bull crap that we are held down by right now in these prison suits. We are in prison suits right now. And in order to get out of these prison suits, if you want to transform these prison suits, you got to. That's the only way to get out of the matrix. Transform your prison suit. If you don't transform your prison suit, you will be recycled back into this motherfucker until you learn how to transform your prison suit. And when you learn how to transform your prison suit, you will no longer be afraid of the doorways of death and life. You will literally hold the keys to them. And you will be able to literally take your body and transcend it into a different level, a completely different level, a completely different matter form. This shit is about to happen during our lifetimes. Everybody that's watching this right now, this shit is about to happen during our lifetimes. Before you go to the grave, before you leave that body, every word you hear me saying is going to come true in front of your goddamn eyes. All of you who live healthy enough to see it. They're doing something. No, man. Ready? That's the problem right there. They are doing something. No, they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing that they ain't supposed to be doing. What are you doing? See? We can easily find a problem right there. What are you doing? They're not doing nothing. They doing what they supposed to be doing. Now, what are you doing about it? Punk? Y'all some punks. All y'all want to do is sit around and talk about what the pedophiles doing, but ain't none of y'all putting that magic down that's killing these pedophiles, but I am. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't none of y'all putting that magic down that's putting them in the ring, but I am. Yeah. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah, nah, man. I don't want listen, in a world full of in a world full of pedophiles, I wish not to be blessed. Yeah, y'all all too comfortable eating your McDonald's. Y'all all too comfortable eating your fast food. Y'all all too comfortable being fiends. Come on, everybody that's watching this right now, y'all Matrix fiends. Y'all speak against the Matrix, but y'all really ain't trying to break free from no damn Matrix. Because if you was, you wouldn't be sitting around talking about what the Matrix doing to you. You'll be literally proactively changing the Matrix in front of our face, and everybody be copying it off you, and each one reach one, teach one. Come on, man. Stop playing. Comfort. Remember, somebody said we are all too comfortable. That's why. And nothing grows in the comfort zone. Remember that. Nothing ever grows in the comfort zone. Get that through your skull. Get that through. Man, listen, I'm out of my mind, out of my skull, on a pink lady, on a blue dove. You better get you some ecstasy revelations going on in your brain to understand that nothing grows in the comfort zone. And the great grand holy motherboard, her overall mission and directive to all who subscribe to her is grow, be fruitful, and multiply. Make sure you keep on growing. Bro, you believe there is cloning right now? I don't believe it. I told you, I keep on telling y'all, I don't believe in that cloning bullshit. Bullshit. I believe that they use those whatchamacallums? I believe I believe they got shape-shifting reptiles. I believe in that. Think about it. This is why I don't believe in cloning. You ready? Because if they could do clones, they would have cloned some of the greatest minds that they ever had, but they never did. We ain't never seen an Albert Einstein clone. We ain't never seen a Tesla clone. We ain't never seen a goddamn Benjamin Franklin clone. We ain't never seen a George Washington clone. We ain't never seen, where are all of the clones that matter? Bullshit. That's why I call bullshit. Because everybody who they saying clone is everybody that don't even fucking matter. Where's the Queen Elizabeth clone? Where is the Leonardo da Vinci clone? Where is the Michelangelo clone? The only thing we can hear, where is the King James clone? Where's the Aleister Crowley clone? Clone. Where is the Anton LaVey clone? Huh? They would have took with the pride and the racism that white folks got. They would have cloned their best minds and said, "Nanny boo boo, we got you, nigga." Fuck is you talking about, man? Clone my ass. They didn't even know how to fucking bathe in the until 1500s when the Moors taught Caucasians how to bathe themselves. Let's get that clear. Black people taught white people how to wash their ass, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? Black people taught white people how to bathe. And now all of a sudden, white people can make clones? They didn't even know how to wash their ass 500 years ago. Miss me with the bull crap. Miss me with the bull crap, bro. Miss me with the bull crap, bro. Nah, bro. I don't believe in clones. You can't clone the spirit. You can't clone the soul. And every avatar needs a spirit and a soul in the goddamn nervous system flowing to animate the body. Oh, no, man, the spirit, no, bro. It's called intelligence. It's called intelligence. A higher intelligence needs to be inside of this lower intelligence. The body is lower intelligence. Your brain is lower intelligence. Your eyes, lower intelligence. Mouth, ears, everything physical. Taste, touch, see, smell, hear. Lower intelligence. The only thing that governs the lower intelligence, as above, so below, as within, so without. The only thing that governs the lower intelligence are the higher intelligences. So if you want to animate a lower intelligent body, mainframe, a lower intelligent computer, you're going to have to put a motherboard and a CPU and a processing unit inside of the mainframe. The fuck? Y'all keep calling it a matrix. The matrix is a computer holographic system. So why aren't y'all thinking like computers? Y'all use computers. Y'all always watching computers. Y'all always talking about the algorithm, always talking about download, but none of y'all act like computers. None of you. None of you act like computers. None of you act like the machine. It's called Rage Against the Machine. What is the machine? Your body and your mind is the machine, not the government. The government is an illusion. It's the Wizard of Oz. It's WWE. Soon as you get to the end of the yellow brick road, you're going to realize there is no goddamn wizard. You was the wizard all along, Dorothy. It was in the power of your heels. Why she had to click her red shoes? Why? Because the red shoes represent your soul, the root chakra. Fuck is you niggas talking about? You had to go down the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road represents your solar plexus and your will. Come on, man. Come on, man. The cowardly lion. That's the part of you that got to have courage to take this journey called life. The Tin Man. Come on, bro. I'm getting on y'all really starting to bother me with the slow shit. This I don't know shit. Y'all know. Stop acting like y'all don't fucking know. These people been doing this shit. Now y'all act like y'all got amnesia. That's what I'm saying. The world is full of bitch ass niggas and bitch ass bitches. That's it. That's it. Ain't no sugarcoating it. You ain't gotta sugarcoat this. You ain't gotta sugarcoat this stuff. You ain't gotta sugarcoat this stuff, bro. But guess what? You know what happens? People get what? He said it. Comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Yep. I had to just go off real quick and go off on a rant real quick, man. Understand these people been doing this stuff, bruh. Now what you gonna do about it? Cause they doing this and they doing that. Yeah, but what are you doing? Sidelining them up, trying to get you already know. Oh, I was I. Come on, bro. Let's act like we was born at night and not last night. Can we act like that we was born at night and not last night? Please, please, please. Let's act like we got some fucking common sense left in humanity. Let's please. Y'all know these people practicing rituals. Y'all know these people doing other stuff. Y'all know these people doing all this stuff that they say that they put it in a movie, they put it in a TV show, they put it in a radio, they put it in the music. Where do they not put it at? They put it in all of the buildings. They put it in all of the advertisements. They put it in all of the billboards. Where do they not put it? What are you going to do? Suggestion. I suggest you do what I did. Heal yourself. See? Y'all don't want to do that. It's because y'all some scary mother. See? How many of y'all are healed? Are you healed? Or do you still have triggers? Do you still have triggers? Are you still emotionally immature? Do you know how to remain calm and keep it cool? And do you know how to turn it up when it's time? Do you know how to keep it mid-pace so that everybody can get it and keep it that balance? The name of the game is yours. If you don't occupy the Wall Street of your life, don't ever worry about occupying this fake Wall Street that they're painting to you. Your family is the ultimate political realm. What you worry about Trump for when you're supposed to be worrying about your family? F what Trump doing. What are you doing to help your family? You worry about what Trump doing to help your family. You worry about what Biden doing to help your family. You worry about what the government doing and the administration doing. What are you doing in the administration of your household as head of household? What are you doing as the head of household? What are you doing as the leader of your own life? That's the question. We worrying about the shape-shifting reptile, but last time I checked, you still got to wake up and pay bills tomorrow. Shape-shifting reptiles is really some bullshit. If you want to let's be for real. Let's be for real right now. Let's be for real. Shape-shifting reptile, that shit is some bullshit. Why? Because we all got to get the fuck up tomorrow and pay these bills. What am I doing? Right? Get my egg. What are you doing? Sideline in my fucking trying to get my pay. Child support soon. Give me the truck and get that riddle back. Who bought the fucking DVD and jury? Tell me that. No, I ain't bitter. I don't give a. Move, man, Luda. Man, Luda fell off. Luda, man, he ain't fall. I don't think Luda fell off. Luda said, this rap game ain't forever. I gotta get this acting money. I gotta get this white bread. I gotta go get this white cream, that Noxzema. Ooh, we gotta get that white cream. Get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. I ain't hating on you getting your money, bro. But understand, bro, they all with it, bro. They all with it, bro. Let's roll the beautiful bean for this Trump. Hold on, man. We're gonna play this one, man, and I'm gonna leave you alone, bro.
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. Right. I want to make sure that you're like everything is good. You're there. Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I got to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
You heard it in the raw format. When you start it, let you do it too. Oh yeah, they just let you do it. They let you run around and grab by the pussy. Yeah, when you're a star. So, he's talking about 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old girls in that clip. Those pageants are 14, 15, 16-year-old girls in that pageant that he's talking about. So he get to look at them and he get to inspect the 14, 15, and 16-year-old girls. Remember, he was at least over 40 years old when he was saying this statement. He was at least 40 years old. At least 40 years old when he was saying that statement right there. Inspecting. Inspector pageant. Not Inspector Gadget. Inspector pageant. The pageants. That's the breeding grounds. Ooh. That's how they can get away with it. They can get away with it at the pageants, y'all. You best don't send your children to no pageant, man. I'm not having my child walk around so that other motherfucking adults could look at my child and compete with their child to see who's the cutest of the man. Look at that bullshit, man. My baby is beautiful and gonna always remain beautiful, and ain't none of you motherfucking adults gonna get a chance to motherfucking feast and pervert her beauty. Bitch, you got me fucked up. And see, this is what I'm saying, man. We gotta stand up as people. We gotta stop, man. And look, I'm already doing my part. I'm already doing my part, man. Chakra.xyz. That's my part, bro. If y'all want to, if y'all want to do your part, man, however you do your part, you got to do something. But at the end of the day, nah, y'all just talking. At this point, y'all just some punks. At this point, y'all just some punks. At this point, because ain't any of y'all doing the one thing that can stop them, and that's improve yourself. That's improve yourself. If you don't improve yourself and become spiritual, it's a spiritual war, but ain't any of you niggas spiritual. Easy. They told you, Ephesians 6:12, we war not against flesh and blood. But all you niggas care about is flesh and blood. Think about it. That's all they care. That's all it's about. Flesh and blood. The flesh of babies and the blood of babies. Remember that's why they said baby Jesus in the manger is always about baby Jesus, and now you got to drink the blood of baby Jesus. Oh, wait, see? Think about it. You got to drink the blood of Jesus symbolically and eat his flesh. And in the satanic cults, they eat flesh and drink blood. How can you ever say Christianity is righteous when they actual mimic the communion of Saturn and satanic energy? Remember, Satanism is just a sect in Christianity, just like Baptist, Methodist, Protestant, Catholic, non-denominational, Church of God in Christ, all of the different denominations, right? Well, Satanism is one of the denominations. You don't find Satan nowhere else outside of Christianity, nigga. You find him in different forms and different names outside of Christianity, but these are the names of the devil in the Bible. You ready? Yahweh, Baal, Satan. Who else? You name it. Oh, they actually got it. Seth, Cain. The list goes on and on. It's like it's like the Nutty Professor. Eddie Murphy played all the roles. It's like Martin Lawrence, Moloch. Look at Moloch, Baphomet, El, Kronos, Pan. The list goes on and on. But none of these are, none of these. I'm just talking about in the Bible. In the Bible, yeah. And remember, the Bible is a Greco-Roman plagiarism of the true Helios Biblos. And the true Helios Biblos was about the great grand holy mother and her son, Ra, nigga. And how her and her son, Ra, created what people in Kemet call the netter, or nature. Or AKA the gods, the Elohim. Fuck is you talking about? But people be always trying to dilute and plagiarize the truth. But let's call a spade, man. The earliest and most powerful deities ever worshipped in life has been and always will be feminine, female. Homosexual males is an abomination unto nature. This is why you look in today's world, and this is the Bible says this. So why are y'all ignoring why do Christians ignore the Bible when it comes to Sodom and Gomorrah? And why do Christians ignore the Bible when it comes to polygamy and poly? Why do Christians ignore the Bible when it comes to polygamy? Christians ignore the Bible when it comes to Sodom and Gomorrah. Christians like to ignore the Bible when it comes to dragons and unicorns and talking donkeys. Christians like to ignore the Bible when it comes to being swallowed up in the bellies of whales for 3 days and not dying. Christians like to ignore, parting the whole sea with a staff and the power of God. They like to avoid these kind of topics because it sounds like your favorite Netflix series. And the Bible is everybody's favorite Netflix series. We all love a good TV show that got some Bible innuendo in that bitch, don't we? Quit playing. This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. The song that don't end, nigga. It's called Tales of the Time Loop. It's called Groundhog's Day. You don't get it right, just reset. Those who do get it right, fast forward. Those of you who don't get it right, oh, then you go land in jail. Oh, those who do get it right, oh, pass go, collect your $200, advance to the nearest railroad. You feel me? But understand these words and these dynamics in this English language, and you will see how they've been telling us for decades. They've been telling us for ages. They've been telling us in New Orleans, we say skulls and blows for a long time. A long time, I mean, for centuries. For skulls and blows, they've been telling you this. For skulls and blows, they've been showing you this. But don't let Caucasians fool you, because no matter if it's a white Jew, no matter if it's a white Anglo-Saxon, no matter if it's a white Russian, no matter if it's a white Hispanic, no matter if it's a white Arab, no matter if it's a white Korean or a white Chinese man or whatever pale skin they are, they of the different worlds. Don't let them fool you. They all came and got civilized by black people of that region. This is a known fact. No matter where you go in the world, if there's a lighter skin tone human beings in that region, if you dig deep, you'll be able to see the black people of that region that gave birth to them. You go look at all of the old ancient pictures of the real Chinese people. None of them got light skin. None of them got leprosy. Remember, leprosy is a curse. So this is how you know and my conspiracy theory is this. Now I'm about to just get into the tinfoil hat real quick. My conspiracy theory is this, y'all. My conspiracy theory is this. That war in heaven, because they say the microcosm mimics the macrocosm. So it's obvious that we're the microcosm. Because we know that they got macrocosmic shit that's way greater than us. All right? So they say that it's the war in heaven, and the fall of angels, and they fell to the earth, and this, that, and the third. But they say the kingdom of heaven is within. So if the war is in heaven and the kingdom of heaven is within, this shit going on inside of us, y'all. And everybody knows, or everybody must find out what part they're playing in this predestined, pre-scripted war. This is, remember, and war spelled backwards is Ra, aka Ra. There's this thing going on, right? So think about this. When Set X'd out Osiris, when Set hit him with the Ukiwap, when Set unalived his own brother, do you think Set kept his godhood, or do you think Set's godhood was turned into something more lower? Let's put it that way. Understand that when Set unalived Osiris, that Ra cursed Set even first. So remember, the reason why Set even unalived Osiris because Set was jealous of Osiris's kingdom. He was mad at Ra because Ra gave him the desert kingdom and the power of the desert kingdom where the moringa tree grows. And the moringa tree is the most powerful plant. The moringa tree is literally the miracle plant. It's called the plant of Ra, and it's the miracle plant. It's the only plant that is able to survive the desert winds of Set. Set, being jealous of his own brother's position, did what? Unalive and X'd out his own brother. When he unalived and X'd out his own brother, Ra cursed him. Ra was about to unalive him. When he unalived his own brother, Ra was like, all right, you unalived your own brother? Okay, you about to get it too. Eye for an eye. Y'all already know the law. And it was about to go, but guess what? A few goddesses was like, no, it's already enough killing. We don't need to kill. We are the gods. We don't need to kill anymore. And da-da-da-da-da. And right? And he said, okay. Ra said, okay, I'm not going to X him out, but I am going to curse him. Pow, AKA, he lost his godhood. What does that mean? He lost his melanin, people. And the mark of Cain and the curse of Cain is whiteness, y'all. They're the only creatures on the face of the planet who can't go and enjoy the benefits of the sun. Think about this. Everybody that's watching this knows this. Why are they like this? Because they are the ones that sided. Remember, they said a third of heaven sided with Set. A third of heaven sided with the devil against the gods, against the God domain. They all got cursed. He said got hit with the mark of Cain, said got hit with the mark of Cain and lost his melanin and became a leper. And the children of, and they call it Yakub, the big head scientist. They don't tell you on the Yakub story how Yakub is actually a metaphor for the actual real story that comes out of that started in Atlantis, migrated into Kemet, and turned into what you call today the falsely acclaimed modern day Egypt. Because the Egypt that you see in Africa, that's the false Egypt. The real Egypt was right here in America. This is why you think America is the super world power? If the real Egyptian and the real Egyptian magic was in Africa, then Africa would be the super world power, and America would be like Africa, and not the other way around. It's just that simple mathematics. So when you analyze, yeah, like remember, like you see it all throughout the Bible though. Enki, you see it. Sorry, Enki and Enlil. You see it with Cain and Abel. You seen it with who else? Sam and Dean. The list goes on and on of the entertainment factors that have been put together about these two brothers, even in the Bible, with Jacob and Esau. All of that is plagiarism, metaphors that represents that age-old story of when we all was gods, and Set decided to murder a god. Set decided to unalive a god. Set decided to exile a god, and it was his own brother at that. Talking about his own brother from his mother and father. And this is why when you join the secret societies that are malevolently evil when it comes to getting on the computer and logging on to the Google Chrome app, when you see that, that's why that is so prevalent. You see that, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That don't make no sense. It never makes sense. This is how you know it's the devil, because the devil is the author of confusion. God is not a man that he should lie. Why? No real man, no real protector, server, maintainer, sustainer, provider will sacrifice their son for no one's sins, bro. It doesn't make sense. So understand that if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. We are nonsensical people right now. We believe that somebody that we've never met died for us. But wait a minute. If they died for us, then why can you still go to hell? Didn't they pay the price for you? Well, you still got to be disciplined, and you still got to do this, and you still got to do that. Well, he didn't die for me then, motherfucker. That's me having discipline. So he died so I can have discipline? Because if I don't have discipline, it don't matter if he died or not. I still can die and go to hell, according to Christianity. I still can die and go to hell if I don't practice the Christian discipline. So did Jesus die for me and I get to live the way the fuck I want to live and whatever the case may be? Because if that was the case, if Jesus truly died for you so that you can live the way you want to live, there wouldn't be a threat of hell if you didn't decide to live the way Jesus wanted you to. Because at the end of the day, the overall program is growth. Growth. So Jesus, and remember, Jesus is a plagiarized term. The original, first and foremost, the original Christ was a female. So y'all don't want to talk about that. How the original Christ was a female, how Jesus was spliced. Jesus is a borrowed plagiarism. Where did it start? It started with the goddess Set. Boom. Right? And the Greeks had took Set and called her Iesus. Iesous. Iesus or Iesus, right? And then it went from Iesus to who? What? ISIS. Okay? That's when the Romans, that's when the Roman and that Roman culture got boom, it transformed to ISIS. That's why they keep on pumping ISIS in your face. Oh, ISIS, ISIS, ISIS. Why? Because that's the original Christ. The original Christ is female. Okay? And you see it, you see it, all of these stolen terms, like for instance, you see my ot on the dollar, but they put it in the eagle instead of it being in the goddess form. Everything, bro, is stolen from the sacred feminine. So yeah, man, I just wanted to, drive that home, man. Men don't do what these guys are doing. Y'all need to separate the boys, the males, from the real men. Real men are very spiritual, bro. They got, man, real men are very spiritual, my nigga. I've met some real men in life, bro, and their spirits alone demanded respect, bro. Just their spirit alone demanded respect, bro. And we felt, this talking about this generation is cooked, this generation is cooked. Well, if the generation is cooked, then you the one that overcooked it, or you the one that miscooked it, or you the one that messed up the generation, because last time I checked, a generation can't screw itself over unless there was a prior generation that did the screwing. And let's just analyze that the prior generations that came before us mishandled us sexually, y'all. Them, it's always, this is what thug life this is what thug life stood for Tupac. Remember this, go Google it, go chat GPT. But thug life, Tupac was trying to let us know then we were too blind, we were too sleep. But it says, the hate you gave little infants effed everybody. The F word, the F bomb, right? The hate you gave little infants effed everybody. That's what thug life meant. Nigga, Nigga. I'd rather be your Nigga. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. That's what the acronym for that was. A lot of the times, we are practicing old ancient rituals without knowing it. When you go to school and learn the planets, and when you go to school and learn all that stuff, a lot of that stuff is just Greco-Roman rituals being reinforced on our minds. This is why we got to unlearn these systems and relearn the inner system of the divine. Period, man. You feel me? So once again, man, go to the website, get on before I get spit on. I'll talk to y'all later.